Howdy all, welcome to Lex Lives. I think it's time to play a little Minecraft. And I cannot remember what button to push today. Oh yeah, I forgot I ran all this out here. I need to knock that down. I need obsidian. I thought I had a bunch, but I had 2 blocks. So I need to travel into... I guess you could go to the Nether and get some pretty easily. I'm going to go underground though, because I think it's a little easier to get to lava underground than it is to get to lava in the Nether, maybe. It's definitely less lava involved in underground than there is in oh man, look at all that iron right there. I thought this actually went down, but it doesn't go anywhere. This just I need this spot over here where who almost jumped off into that hole. I need this spot over here where I dug a tunnel down. Down and down and down and down. I'm really surprised that I did not have... See, look, it's really easy. I just come right here. Just do a little bit of this. Put up a torch so I can see. Oof. This whole place is lava down under here. Okay, and then we gotta see... Oh yeah, that's right. Lava takes 1 billion years to harvest. Well, that's not good. Yeah, okay, you need to do it this way. There you go. Alright, and there we go. And now I will just mine and flow with the water. I feel like I should probably invest in a higher efficiency diamond pick to be able to do this. So let's go see if I've got the diamonds to make a new diamond pick and hopefully get... some efficiency on this bugger, because I can't mine like this. This is just too ridiculous. Where's the stairway? There you are. Yeah, it's I need obsidian because I want to build up around the lava pool and make it look more volcanic than just a little bit of stone sticking out of the ground. I mean, the stone looks nice and all, but I want to make it special. It is supposed to be like a tourist attraction, so I need it to be special. But to do that, I gotta mine obsidian, and obsidian is terrible to mine. I thought about using black concrete dust, but I don't really want it to look like asphalt. I want to make it look like obsidian, so I might as well just use obsidian. See how that goes. Let's see. That's the silk touch. This one hasn't been enchanted, so that's handy. You want to get some efficiency on this. I don't have 30 levels to spend, so I'm breaking 2 efficiency 2. Seems better than what I have, so I guess we can go with that. I can't remember what buttons do what today. I keep pressing the wrong buttons. It's driving me crazy. I don't know. I played Ark yesterday, but I don't think Ark should carry over into. Did I play Ark? No, I didn't even play Ark yesterday. I played Ark the same day I played this, so I don't know why my brain is like, you gotta press the use other inventory key to open chests. You know what happens when you press that button in Minecraft? It moves whatever you have your cursor over into your secondary slot. Get out of here. Nobody likes you, not even your mama. I haven't said that in a while. Alright, where did I pour that water down? There we go. Let's try this with some efficiency too, at least on there. Oh yeah, that's a little better. Not a lot better, but a little better. I need a lot of this stuff too, so this might take a while. I guess I probably could have done this off camera. That's alright though. Let's see. I spent my yesterday, man. I'll tell you what. I spent yesterday doing nothing. It was crazy. I don't know. I just I had the whole day with nothing to do. I was gonna do some outside work, but it rained, and it's a little hard to do things that require the house to be dry. We have I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but parts of the doorway appear to be leaking water into the house, and so I wanted to, you know, put some fresh caulk around the areas that could potentially be leaking and maybe slap a fresh coat of paint on it. But every day it gets to the point I can do that, it rains, and then the other days I'm at work and I can't be at home and do that when I'm at home while I'm working, but I can't work on that and not work. So, you know, it's frustrating. It's been a frustratingly wet year for us here. It rains like every couple of days, and sometimes it rains every day for weeks. This has been the wettest year in forever. I mean, it's like middle of August. Usually we're at the end of a 2-month drought at this point. So it has been ridiculous amounts of water, which really sucks if you don't have any water where you're at. Yeah, it's I mean, we're still having flood warnings, and that's like a fall thing for us, or an early spring thing. They just had flood warnings on the TV the other day, and that's not usual. That's not usual for us. And so, anyways, that left me with nothing to do. Friday afternoon, I decided to take the time to paint the first coat on another miniature, because I've been painting miniatures for my D&D game. Just 2 of them. I'm not crazy. I didn't mean it that way. There's nothing wrong with painting miniatures. I guess I meant this isn't a new hobby for me. I'm not gonna go crazy. That sounds mean, but you know, I go crazy for other things. I mean, let's face it. I'm not saying I'm a normal dude. I am definitely not a normal dude. But yeah, miniatures are a little too detailed for me, and I'm just not enough of a perfectionist. And you gotta be a bit of a perfectionist to do that stuff, and I'm just not enough. I wish I was a little bit, because there are things that I do that I'm just like, meh, it's good enough. And it would be nice if I could, you know, focus a little better maybe and put a little more effort into things, but that's not me. That's not me. I am a slacker slob most of the time. That's me. That's me for sure. But yeah, it's but I did. I got out my secondary character. Ooh. Well, now I've done caused the spot to be pushed right off into lava. Good job. We play. All right, so I DM a game, as I've mentioned multiple times, but I'm really excited because we're getting so close to introducing. What is that? I hope that was just a hallucination, but I'm pretty sure I just saw obsidian and lava form into a bug and crawl toward me there. I don't know. Maybe that was a spark coming down? That must have been what I saw. It was creepy. Just, it was like the perfect angle that made it look like it crawled up over the edge of the block and came toward me. I did not like it. But, I think I got enough obsidian yet. Well, I got 43 blocks. I'm going to say that's probably plenty. That's more than I hope that's more than I need, because mining obsidian is not... I hate mining, period. So mining obsidian is not my idea of a good time. Yeah, so I figured we're about to meet this second character, because I already run one character in our little group. I don't like to be in charge of the game and not get to play the game. I know there are people that like to do that, but I am not one of those people. What I try not to do is be the guy who does everything in the game. In fact, it's not so much that I want to be in charge of the game, but I like to interact with the rest of the group on a, hey, we're on the same team kind of basis, as well as I like to combat the monsters as well. Even though I get to play the monsters, it's not as fun because those guys just die all the time. Oh yeah, I picked up a piece of obsidian, got the ice bucket challenge, which apparently is their name for the achievement to make obsidian. I don't know. So I bought the two miniatures for the characters I bought a miniature for the character I play, and I went ahead and bought a miniature for another character I intend to play. Because they've been running with 6 people on their team, which includes my character, and there always seems to be an NPC tag-along for some reason. I don't know why that's happened, but it's happened a lot. And so I decided just to go ahead and make a 6th character to join the team and call it good. My sister, who already plays 2 characters as it is. We don't do a lot of RP style stuff yet, so there hasn't been moments where she needs to RP too heavily for the 2 characters. Whoops. That's okay, you can stay. But I feel like there could be moments where that becomes a thing. And yeah, I like this a lot better with the obsidian around the outside instead of just the stone. But I mean, we've had a couple of moments of RP stuff go down. It's just not something they do a lot of. We're a little combat heavy. Although, to be honest, when we do have moments of RP, things usually go crazy. Like when they got introduced to Aldercleave, the Fey guardian of the... Seriously. This phone has not rung once today. I'm going to put another one right there, I think. And maybe... I mean, we might as well use up all that I brought with me, right? Okay. That looks cooler. That looks a lot cooler. Alright, let's go get that white. I also need to do something about this. I'm not sure what I'm going to do here, but I realized as I was putting up my stairs, I told you I was going to use quartz stairs, and so I was going to use the other. I decided on quartz. And so I did get the quartz stairs in, but the other one kind of hangs off out in the open, and I don't like that. And I need to get some more chicken. Should probably feed my pigs while I'm over there too. Yeah, anyway, so Friday I sat down and I painted the figure. Not completely, just the first layer of coloring, because I already put a layer of what's it called? Primer. And so I wanted to get her my new character painted. I came up with this backstory in my brain for him, and which is why I'm so excited to get to play him, because I think it might be fun. And that was alright, what did I come here for? Nothing. I came here for nothing. I came here to go across here. So in my mind, the way it worked out is like this. I do a homebrew world, so the way things are in D&D aren't necessarily the way things are in my homebrew world. And so D&D's just got two kinds of elves, I think, for 5th edition. And so I've added three kinds of elves for 5th edition. I forgot about the drow. And so I've created another additional... I really wish there was some way to automate that. An additional method of... additional method? I created an additional race of elves, sub-race, that live in the desert. They're taller than normal elves, kind of in between skin color between wood elves and high elves. I want to say I just grabbed the bonuses from the wood elf and the half elf for my two characters, and just say they're like, technically one's a half elf, one's a wood elf for stats. But all right. I got my chicken. I fed my pigs. I came for this. Anyways, so they come from a... oh. Well, that's not good. I've got to turn this water off. They come from a nomadic people who travel the desert that's in the southern portion of the part of the continent they're currently playing in. And so my main character, he was a member of the the warriors for the tribe, uh, the family, I don't know what you call them. You know what? I didn't come up with that. We'll say tribe. And then the sister, who's the new character, is his twin sister, and she was a jeweler. Uh, and the tribe occasionally wanders through areas that have access to, like, gold for panning and maybe gems. They purchase gems. I don't know. Anyway, she's a semi-famous jeweler whose stuff gets exported out of the desert, and so he she got hired to go with what they thought was like a university archaeologist kind of thing out to help identify, because it's not specifically what she does, but it's a passion of hers to work with rare artifacts. And so because of her knowledge of the area and her ability with jewels, she has been brought in to appraise artifacts in the, jewel type area. And, well, they were thieves. And so, after she appraised the items for them, so they could make sure they got the best items, they tried to kill her, and they killed the couple of guards that came with her, and wow, seriously, stop putting blocks down there. And so they, when they went to stab her, the guy, really, that's all I got was one. Oh man, I'll bet I knocked some down and it's still laying out there because I thought I had more space in my inventory. I wonder if I can get back fast enough to stop it from fading away, because that's too weird that I would have left exactly 64 blocks of stuff there. But, so when they stabbed her through the right side of her rib cage. I don't know if they stabbed her through the rib cage, or let's say through her lats, basically, on the right side. And so she, I got exactly, nope, there was one block. It was 65 blocks. Weird. That is so weird that it was that close to a stack. But so she pretended to be dead because she thought she could get away if they thought she was dead. And to hide their evidence, they threw her and the two guards that were with her into a hole nearby, because they're in a ruin. I don't know if it's a ruined city, but it's some ruins that are ruins because the nearby river dried up, and so there's like an earthquake and small crevice in part of the city where they're at, and so they throw her body down the crevice. Well, they don't realize, not that they would have probably cared, but they when they threw her in the crevice, she fell into an underground river, and the underground river washed her deep underground to small island, and but the island is like beneath the river, And so she actually goes over a waterfall, and when she comes down, she lands on a glaive, which is in the middle of um, a shrine, and it pierces her through the other side. So now she's been stabbed through on the left side. The glaive goes through on the right side. But the glaive is a packed weapon, and so she becomes aware through her connection to the packed weapon of a being outside of reality who has had no connection to the material world for centuries, maybe even thousands of years, and wants to use her to explore the material plane as her avatar. And so she's now bound to a being from the void outside of space-time, because she's a warlock. They have to have a patron, so that's her patron. And hey, look, the grass grew in green finally. Now I can come back and replace those. I'm pretty sure those were all wood. Nah, it wouldn't have been wood, because wood doesn't do that. It'd been all iron. I got no iron. Alright, let's unload some of this stuff, and then I guess I'm going to head back underground and look for iron. Because I just saw some today, and I want to see if I can't get over there and get that stuff. But, so the river, though, had taken her so far underground that it has taken her close to 5 years to reach the surface. And then once she did reach the surface, the reason I did that was because the characters are the players are level 6 now, and so she has to have had her own adventuring to build up her powers. She can't just be like, oh yeah, I got powers and now I'm here. Because everybody has powers at level 1, but she has level 6 powers, and so she has to have done something to earn level 6, right? So she's been fighting her way and all that from underground. So that way, if I ever need a story for underground, I can tie it into her. Where is the spot? Right here. Whoops. And so, yeah, I've been really looking forward to her. And then her brother, he left the... No, there was a spot down here where this opened up into... Nope, that's up above, isn't it? I went in the wrong spot. So her brother, as a member of the guards, the warriors who guard the people, they did a search, but when they couldn't find her, they just assumed that she'd been killed and left in the desert someplace, and so they stopped looking after a while. And so he refused to stop looking, and so he is still looking for her. Well, no, I guess he's not still looking for her. He also has given up looking for her, because it's been 5 years, and so after a couple of years of searching on his own, then he became a mercenary because he basically betrayed his people. Not that he's like banished or anything. It's more like you can't be trusted with a position of guard now because you're not there when people might need you if you run off on your own to go search for your dead sister. So So then he became a mercenary. He worked for various groups. He finally ran into one of the other characters, and they kind of traveled a bit together as colleagues, I'd imagine. We haven't really stressed that out yet. Nobody else has backstories yet. Actually, I think my nephew has his backstory fleshed out. They worked on that, but his mom and dad have not been able to bring themselves to tell me who their characters are, which isn't necessary for a game. You don't have to be that imaginative to do a game. There are tables you can just roll to have randomly assigned backstories. You don't really need a backstory at all. It just depends on how you want to play the game. I like backstories because I feel like they... Ooh, look at this really dark tunnel I haven't explored yet. I like backstories because I feel like a backstory gives you the character of the gives you the personality of the character, I guess, that you're playing, is how I want to say that. And so, like, we know this guy searched for his sister for 3 years. He lost his position as a guard because, I mean, he went AWOL basically, and so they wouldn't trust him when he came back, and so now he doesn't really know what he wants to do with his life, but all he's been trained to do is be a fighter. So that's what he does. He fights. And meanwhile, his poor sister was left for dead, and not his fault. Nothing to do with him. He's not going to have any guilt over it. He didn't cause it. But she is now on the look for the guy who did this to her. And so she knows they rob ruins, which is why she's where she's at right now, because they are exploring a ruins. And so she came here thinking she could find him, or she'd heard people were at the ruins, and she thought it might be them. And instead she got captured by a crazy undead wizard and used for his experiments. Which is going to be really fun. I was coming up with bad guys last night. So this has got to lead into where I was at earlier and get me out of here. One of these tunnels has got to lead me back up the stairs. I just got to find the spot where these all connect together. And that would be here. $41 iron is not enough for what I want to do, though. So, but yeah, so the wizard, he combines things, and so I am going to have undead reanimated drow, because they just fought drow in the area. Undead reanimated drow who are reanimated with the power of this crystal that the guy's been using in all of his strange contraptions, who have been tattooed with the same symbols that she now wears. Not all of them, just some of them, which will give each of the undead drow some of her warlock powers. Not all of them, just one or two. That they'll be able to use maybe 1 or 2 times. I think that should be cool. They're also, not that they know it yet, but they're also getting ready to face off against his constructed wyverns, which they have not had to face. And And maybe a constructed giant squid made out of people. Because the dude's kind of like Frankenstein, Dr. Frankenstein, and only he also wants to control the city that no longer exists. Whoa, I hate when that happens. And so, I mean, there is that he is... I mean, he's undead because he killed himself accidentally trying to seize control over the city. He's the reason the city was destroyed. He is directly responsible for what happened. And so it'll be interesting to see how it plays out for sure. But I am looking forward to that. We were supposed to play tomorrow, but I have my doubts we're going to play tomorrow. I thought we were going to play... Usually I talk about the sessions today for these episodes because we play on Sundays, but it's Sunday and nobody's home to play, and so we're not playing today. I doubt we play tomorrow, which was our original plan, because one of them went in the hospital. Not... As far as I know, it's not totally serious. He just has an issue with eating the wrong things, and they went on vacation, and he obviously decided to eat the wrong things again. Like, it's one of those things where he knows there's a good chance it's going to make him sick enough to go to the ER, and yet he does it anyways. And I'm not gonna lie, it often happens when they have vacation time. Not that he works, but if the wife's gonna be home, I think he tends to get excited, I guess, that they're gonna have a vacation, and gets a bunch of junk food and sits off his stomach issues. Of course, I mean, I do the same thing occasionally. Just it doesn't really I don't know, it's not a smart thing to do for sure. But either way, I'm pretty sure that's going to stop us from playing tomorrow, unfortunately, which is why I painted the miniature yesterday, because I thought we were finally going to get to her tomorrow. I am so excited because her character is fun, and her class seems like it's going to be a lot of fun. Because the class I have now, I picked because I wanted to try it out, and now that I've been playing it for 6 levels, I don't really like it. It's not as much fun as I thought it was going to be. I love my champion fighter, but I do not like my Battlemaster archer. It's just not as fun. So... Alright, with that, click like, subscribe, share, and catch the next one, and I will talk to you later.